Hello there, this is just a quick update to tell you what's happened today. It's 7:30 at night. A reasonably busy day. Well, in fact, we've had quite a busy day. We have been hit with very cold weather, probably one of the coldest years at last 10 years. I believe the weather report was reporting it as about -13 with a wind chill, with normal temperatures probably idling about -6, 7. Regardless of what the weather report, one thing I do know is it froze every bloody pipe on the farm. So we've spent a lot of the day just trying to defrost pipes and get water to everything, because not only do we have to deal with the sheep, we've got the cows to deal with as well. So we've been having to defrost pipes and make sure the cows have got water. And every sheep pen has water buckets, like so. And we've been having to fill them from the house because they're the only taps which are defrosted. So it's been a fun day. It just makes it that little bit much harder because you're having to walk in and out of the house, take your wellies off because you don't want to get muck inside the house and when you're filling water up. So it just takes that little bit longer to get everything done. Right, anyway, so what have we got? I reported on this one. This were 2 lambs we found yesterday. Stomach tubing them a bit yesterday, but they've now started to romp on. We had to feed them since 12 o'clock previous night. A bit dopey, but doing really well. Had 2 sheep lamb about 6 o'clock. First up is this one. This lambed about an hour ago. Bit of a good and bad lamb in this one. It's a big sheep, so we knew it was going to be a big set of lambs. We went in to do an inspection, which, putting our hands inside it. First lamb was backwards way, which I might have mentioned before, always a problem because you have to get them out fast, otherwise they suffocate. Anyway, the first lamb ended up dying. Basically, we got it out, we managed to pull it out backwards way and we got it out fast, so we thought it had gone well. But the lamb was basically gasping for life. We tried doing his best to revive it, just trying to keep it moving and everything, get its blood flowing, get it breathing, but it sadly passed away. What will probably happen with that is it was probably starved of oxygen when it was inside the womb. When I did my inspection, the womb hadn't quite opened up and the feet weren't presented right and it was backwards. So what's probably happened is maybe the umbilical cord were compressed or its chest were compressed, because this sheep was marked for 2, so you'd have had 2 lambs trying to fight to get out. And if they arrange themselves in a certain way, because there's all manner of ways they can arrange themselves before they try to lamb, just naturally, the way they move around in the womb, and then when it comes to lambing time and they shove to the front, to the back or the front of the womb, whichever. If they're not pushing against the cervix, I think, if they're not pushing right, the sheep doesn't open up, and then you can get other complications, and that's what had happened in this case. But we managed to turn a bad situation into a good, because this sheep had 3 lambs, and it had just lambed just before the other sheep over there decided to lamb. In about 10 minutes they were both lambing. So what we did is we took a lamb off this, covered it in all the gunk and slime which came out of the back of that sheep, and luckily it's taken it. Basically you're trying to cover it in as much scent as you can. The other good thing is that because the lamb has just been born and it's still dopey, it's acting like a newborn lamb. So it looks more convincing to the mother when you're trying to, foster it onto him, you see. So that worked in our favour. So basically, if you do it with an older lamb, you have to tie the legs together, and then that way it acts and it stumbles around like a new lamb, and then after about 10-15 minutes you untie the legs and allow it to stand up. But because it had only just been born, it was naturally acting like a newborn lamb, because it was. So that's a win-win. We did have to stomach tube that lamb though off that 3, because that 3 had 2 big lambs and it had 1 weaselly lamb, and that's still kind of weaselly, bit of a runt lamb. But as you can see, the sheep's technique, the black lamb hasn't stood up yet, but we're not too worried about it yet, because the mother likes it and it's got a belly full of milk because we stomach tubed it. So we know it's got that energy, so even if it doesn't drink for the next hour or so, it's not too bad. My dad will be coming out about 12 o'clock to check on him, so if it's still looking a bit weak, he'll probably stomach tube it. You just need to keep that energy going into it till it finds enough momentum to get up itself and feed. Main thing is the sheep likes it and the sheep will let it suck. So yeah, that's it. So say one door closes, another one opens, as you see. So and as I've said before, dead stuff's inevitable in this job, because if you have livestock, you have dead stock. With a little bit of luck and a little bit of expertise, you can minimise that dead stock, but you never get rid of it and you never completely eradicate it. Like I say, it's just nature's way. So yeah, and like I say, this sheep now has the optimum, which is 2 lambs, as I've mentioned before, 1 for each teat. And just before I thought I could get safely into the house and on the settee, I've noticed a water bag at the back of this sheep. See if I can get a picture of it. So it now looks like we've got another sheep to lamb. Anyway, I'm going to have to get off and sort this out. So thanks for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video. And remember to like and subscribe. And if you know anyone who's interested in these videos, send them a link. Alright, I'll see you in a bit. Bye.